In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I edit my Instagram picture from this to this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I start, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that watched my first YouTube video. Like, it means a lot to me. I received a lot of positive feedback. Like, the comments were so overwhelming. I'm so happy. The energy was real. The feedback was I feel the love, I feel the energy. The comments were just doing like this, and oh my god, like I did not even believe that people can actually sit down to watch me. Like what? The energy was so real. So I'm so thankful. I'm happy. I'm thankful. Thank you so much. Okay, now we are here. Today's topic is one of my favorite things to do. Editing picture. It's my thing as per photographer level now. So I'm showing you guys how I edit picture on my phone. I'm still using my iPhone 8. I've not upgraded my phone to whatever they have now, and it's still getting the job done. I take most of my Instagram picture in my living room. All I need to do is to find a plain wall, and I use this lamp, this one here, and get the job done. I use natural light in most of my picture. I have 3 windows in my living room, so I open all the lights because I want all the natural light to come through for me. So you just have to know how to work with your light. I'm still going to go deep into the light topic, but not in this video. So I use my iPhone 8. I use my living room, the plain wall, natural light. What else? Okay, the application I use, let's start with that one. I use Facetune and Lightroom. So I'll be doing that. I'll be editing this particular picture on the screen on Facetune and Lightroom. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to screen record this right now. I'm going to screen record this now. So the picture I'll be editing, let's go to Facetune. Okay, the picture is already here. I have this picture here with me, so I'll be editing it on Facetune first before we import it to Lightroom. So please just follow along, because you don't want to miss anything here, and it's very simple. It's not hard. Editing picture is not hard at all. It's very way too simple. So the first thing I'm going to do right here on Facetune, firstly, download Facetune on your phone. Download Lightroom on your phone. You can find it on Google Store or Play Store or iOS, whatever they call it. So the first I'm going to do, I'm going to go to whiten tool. I'm going to whiten the wall. I'm going to whiten the wall because this is the first pathway to success. Just have to whiten that wall. The reason why my color is ash gray, that's the color of my wall. If your wall is yellow or pink, you don't need to whiten it because they are not in the same family. But because my wall is ash gray, that is why I'm whitening it. Just whitening that wall. That's the first pathway to success. We didn't paint our wall white because you know the matter now, the children are going to stain it. Even this one, they are already getting they're staining it already. It's getting dirty already. So as soon as we paint it white, you know what's up. So let me just zoom in, and so you guys can see the workflow better. Oh my god. So whitening now, the picture is already looking good because we're just going to make everything pop. So I'm going to whiten the lamp here because I don't like using flowers or anything in picture. I just love my pictures to be simple as possible. So I'm going to whiten the lamp also. Please be careful, don't overdo this at all. Please don't overdo this at all. Now, can you see the difference right now? Can you see the difference right now? Before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. Wow. So the picture is already looking awesome. So I'm going to click on OK. Let me see if we are going to click on OK. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do here is that I feel my face is looking, that is why I don't really like facing camera when I'm snapping pictures. I like, turning a little bit, so but now I feel my face is looking so I'm just going to reshape it a little. Please love yourself the way you are. You don't need to, if it's not your thing, but I just feel I should just make it, reshape it. So I'm going to go to reshape tool right here. Yeah, I'm going to, let me zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to reshape it a little bit. Don't overdo this. Let's see before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. So that is it for that. I'm not going to overdo anything here. So that's it then. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smoothen the skin. Now let's go to smooth tool. Now this is the smooth tool. Now remember, the smooth tool has 2 drop, 1 drop and 2 drop. Please don't go for the one that has 2 drop, because once you do that, it's going to over smoothen your skin and it's not going to look real. Remember, I want to be able to see some texture in the skin. Most of the photographers, they over smoothen the skin a lot, and it's not, I don't think it's good. So I just do it a little bit because I want to see some texture in the skin. Please forgive me, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to get used to all this thing right now. So I'm going to do that right now. Please don't over smoothen. Let me zoom it for you guys. Please always lighten up your phone so I can really see what you are doing, because if you lighten up, you will really see what you are doing. So I've already done that right now. So let's go back to the smoothing. So I'll smooth the belly a little bit, a little bit. Smooth the hand a little bit. Then the face a little bit. Please don't over smoothen this. Just tap it a little bit. So I'm done with this. Before, after, before, after, before, after. So I'll just smooth the wall a little bit, not over smoothing. I'm seeing some dirty on this wall. I think I'll just patch it. Now I can see some dirty in this wall here. Let me zoom it here. I can see some dirty. I can see some dirty in my hand here too. So I'm just going to go to the patch tool to patch it. Now what is patch tool? Patch tool is like a repairing tool to repair image or to retouch image. It's also a tool that you can use to remove distraction, maybe in your image, in your background, in your clothes, to just remove distraction. This dirty here, right here on this wall, is the distraction in this picture, so I wouldn't want that. So I'll go to the patch tool right now. I'll bring it down. I'll bring it down here. Please zoom in. I'll be zooming in right now. I'll bring it down right here and patch it up. Patch. I'll take it again and zoom in. Patch. Where is? I think here. I'll just patch. Can you see that? Let me zoom it before, after, before, after, before, after. Can you see that? Can you see the difference right now? Now let me patch the hand also. I don't like this right here. I'm going to zoom in right now and patch it up. Patch. Before, after, before, after, before, after. That is it. Our picture is already looking awesome and beautiful. Oh my god, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay guys, now the next thing I'm going to do here is I have some highlighter here at my cheekbone, cheekbone and my jaw. So I like to pop it up a little bit. So I'm just going to add a little details to it, so make it pop. So let's zoom in and let's go to details and just a little bit. Don't overdo it. Just going to pop it, pop my nose. Yeah, before, after, before, after. We are done with that. Now the other thing I would like to do is my skin. I still feel is looking dull, because if you see most of my pictures, my skin is always popping and people are always saying, oh, what cream are you using? I'm not using any cream. Let me show you the secret. I'm telling you guys my secret right now. So I'll go to tone Now I'll use the picker tool to pick a color from my skin. Let's pick this. So I'm just going to rub it on my body a little bit. Please don't overdo this. If you overdo this, this eye is going to look. Can you see that? You don't want to do that. Let me erase that. So I just use the picker to pick a color from my skin and just a little bit, make it pop up a little bit. I pick from my belly and pop it up a little bit. Then I pop this part up a little bit, the neck. I'm going to erase this. Then the end, I use the picker tool and pop the skin up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go to the face, pick a color from my skin tone and use it to pop up the face a little bit. Please don't overdo this. Now look at our picture. Let's look at before and after. Before, after, before, after. Can you see the difference? Let me zoom in. Before, after, before, after, before, after. The skin is popping, yo. Skin is popping. I think that is all for this particular thing I'm going to do on Facetune. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is, if you see most of my pictures on Instagram, I like to highlight it like oh girl, you're glowing, like what totally will be, do you rub some highlighter on your skin? So I'm going to show you how I do that. How my hand here, I'm just going to intensify it a little bit. I'm going to blow it up a little bit. So I'm going to go to the same tone palette, color palette, go to white. The place that there is a light, where there is light in your skin, so I'm just going to intensify it a little bit, like my shoulder here. Please don't overdo this. If you overdo this, this is what it's going to look like. You don't want that in your picture. I'm just going to intensify it a little bit. Wherever there is light in your picture, just, or should I use the word highlighted? Wherever there is highlight in your picture, or wherever it's highlighted in your picture, just intensify it a little bit. You don't want to go crazy with this. Okay, before, after, before, after, before, after. Now we are done with this picture. Let's look at before of everything and after. So this is the before, this is the after. Can you see the difference? Before, after, before, after, before, after. This is beautiful. So I'm going to save it now and import it to Lightroom. Okay, so guys, we are going to go into Lightroom right now and the picture is already there. So I'm going to work with light, color and details. Please don't go for auto, because auto is just going to give you automatic preset. Let's try it out. See, auto, so this is not looking good at all, so I'm going to put it back. So I'm going to go for light. Light, we have exposure, contrast, highlight, shadow, white and black. For the exposure, I'm not going to expose it. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because if I expose it, this is what it's going to look like. If I underexpose it, this is what it's going to look like. So I'm just going to go back to where it was. Now for the contrast, I'm going to reduce the contrast a little bit to, let's say, -52. Yeah, that is it. For the highlight, I'm going to reduce it, let's say, to -33. For the shadow, I like to increase my shadow in pictures. I don't like to decrease. Once you decrease your shadow, everything is just going to look dark like this. So I'm going to increase it a little bit to, let's say, 13. Now for the white, I like to reduce my white. If you increase your white, this is how it's going to look like. Sorry, I just increased black. If you increase the white, this is like going to look so Paco picture. So I'm just going to decrease my white to 48. Yeah. For the blacks also make sense in picture, but be careful with it. If you reduce black, it's going to look like this. If you increase it, it's going to look like this. So I'm just going to increase it a little bit to 13. Let's work with 12. Let's work with 12. Now the picture is already coming up, it's already looking good. So okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do right here is to go to color. Now for the color, I won't touch temperature, tint, vibrance, saturation, but I'll just explain it for you, because the particular tone I'm going for is cappuccino. Cappuccino is like a coffee, brownish greenish coffee. That's the thing I'm going for. So if you want your picture to have this bluish effect, you know, if you are this type that love the Instagram thing, like want it to look have this cool tones, you can decrease your saturation to this. Can you see how that looks like? That is not my thing. This is not what I'm going for. If you want it to like this warm look, you can increase your temperature to like this. Like this is not me. This is not what I'm going for. For the teeth, if you want to have this greenish look like this is what it's going to look. And if you want a purple thing, this is. So what you do, you just play around with all these colors and play around with this thing and see if it's work for you. Because if you do not play around with it, you will not even know what to work for it. Just snap that picture and play around with it and see if it's going to work for you or not. For the saturation, if you want to go for the black and white something, you can just decrease the saturation to black and white. But this is not what I'm going for right here, so I'm going to leave it like that. So for the color, now Lightroom has upgraded. They have now put color grading and mix. If you are using the old Lightroom, you won't see this color grading right here. So you just need to update your Lightroom so you can see the color grading and mix. So let's go to the color grading. So we're just going to color grade it first before we go to the mix. So let's color grade it. Go to color grading. Now for the color grading, we have shadows, we have midtones, we have highlights. Everything has what they are doing in picture. So let's go to the shadow. For the shadow, I'm going to increase it to, let's say, 42. For the hue in shadow, did I pronounce that right? Hue. Please let me know in the comment section if I pronounce that well. For the hue, I'm going to go to 42. 42. Okay, now for the saturation, I'm going to increase it to 7. You don't want to overdo this. If you overdo this is what it's looking right. This is what it's looking right. This is what it's looking like. So just decrease it. Let me just put it to 7. Saturation 7. Now for the luminance, I won't touch that. Now for the midtones, I won't touch that at all. I'll just leave it. Now for the highlight, I'm going to go for the hue. Let me increase it to all the way up to 176. Oh, stay one place. Now for the saturation, this is the theme I'm going for. This is where the magic happens. For the saturation, I'm going to go to 11. Yeah, for the theme I'm going for. So it's looking like what I'm really going for right now. So that is it for the color grading. Now we go to done. We are done with that. Now we're going to go to mix. Now a lot of people leave this mix. They feel like, oh, I don't need this mix. We have red, yellow. We have red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deep blue, purple, and pink. So I'm going to be working with red, orange, yellow, and green here. So that is what I'm going to be working with in this picture, because all these colors have what they are doing in picture. Unfortunately, I'm wearing a black outfit. If I'm wearing a colorful clothes, you really see the effect in the picture. Like if you're wearing red clothes, if you pop it up a little bit in the hue, saturation, and luminance or whatever, you will see that the color of the outfit changes. You can really, the color of the outfit will pop you pop up a little bit. If you are wearing a green outfit and you work with this green color, the color of the outfit will really pop out. Even in skin tone, they have what they are doing in the picture. So let's go. Let's work with the red first. I'm going to go all the way to 36. For the saturation, I'll just decrease it to, let's say, 4. For the luminance, let's say I'm going to luminance, I'm going to decrease it to 36. Okay, now for the orange, I'm just going to go for hue to -22. Remember, don't overdo this. If you overdo this, look, this is what it's looking at like right now. I'm looking like, what's this? What's this? I don't even know. Like, I'm just going to go to 22. Yeah. Then for the saturation, I will leave it. For the luminance, I will leave it. So let's go to, okay, let me just show you for example. Now for the hue, for orange, if you go all the way up, look at what I'm looking at. I'm looking like Shrek. Or what's this? What's this cartoon? Is this Simpsons or Shrek? This is what I'm looking at right now. So you don't want to overdo this. So let me just decrease it back to -22. Okay. Now for the yellow. I'm going to decrease the hue to 67. Okay. Saturation, I will leave it. Luminance, I'm going to bring it up to 9. Okay, for the green is also the theme I'm going for. No, we have a lot of green. It's called cappuccino, like I said. So for the green, go the hue. Let's go for -68. -68. For the saturation, -56. Our picture is already looking good. And for the luminance, +33. Okay, now we are done with our color mix. So let's look at before and after. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Our color is already popping. Our picture is already popping. Okay, now I'm going to go to effect. The effect, I won't really touch the effect. The effect is just the texture, the clarity, but I'm just going to show you what they do. The texture, I love doing this if I'm wearing a colorful outfit, and or if I'm doing if my picture is outdoor picture, I like to bring in some texture. The clarity, if you overdo this, if you do this, is going to, what's this? Like, I don't really touch it at all. For the D8 vignette, I don't touch it. For the grain, some people like to put grain in their picture. Grain is like this. Grain is chuku in your picture. I really don't like it. Let me zoom in for you guys. Like, what is this? Like, it's not my thing. I feel this particular picture does not need grain. I love using grain if I want to have this old school effect, like 1992, 1993 kind of look picture. I love using grain, so I'm just going to put it back to where it was. The grain to where it was. So that's it about effect. So I'm going to go to details right now. So I'll just sharpen it a little bit. Don't over sharpen it. If you over sharpen it, this is what it's going to look. It's looking so unreal right now. I'm going to sharpen it to like, so let's say 4. I think that is fine. 4 is okay. I don't want it to look over smoothing, please. So for the details, okay, I'll leave it at 25. For the noise reduction, I'm going to increase to 12. I'm going to up it up to 12 just to give it a little bit noise reduction. And for the, I think that is all for the contrast. Okay, for the details, I'm going to put it in 50. The details is still in 50, noise reduction 12, sharpen 4. So that is what I'm going to do for this picture. And okay, so let's look at the before and after. Before, after, before, after, before, after. The picture is looking good, and I think that is all for this picture. So what we are going to do now, I'm going to save this picture and copy the settings and put it on another picture. So I'm going to use another indoor photo and another outdoor photo. As let's see if these settings will work for it. That's one thing about Lightroom. You don't have to upload picture and restart all over again. You just have to copy the settings and paste it on another picture. So let's do that right now. I'm going to copy the settings, and now let's look for another picture. Let's go for this picture right here. So I'm going to paste the settings and see if it's going to work. Wow, before, after, before, after, before, after. The only thing about this picture that I don't really like is that I think the exposure is too much. So I'm just going to go to light and just decrease the exposure a little bit. Now I'm fine with this right now. Before, after. It's so good. It's looking beautiful. Now let's look for an outdoor picture and copy the settings and paste on it. Let's look for outdoor picture. Do I have any outdoor picture? Okay, let's use this one here. Okay, let's paste the settings and see. Wow, this is beautiful, guys. What? This picture was like 2 years ago. It's on my Instagram. I think I'm just going to delete it and re-upload it like this. Like, this is beautiful. Before, after, before, after. Let me zoom it. Before, after, before, after. That's the power of Lightroom. Just copy and paste it. The settings you just did and copy and paste on another picture. So just walk around with these colors, with everything, and your picture is going to come out here. Come out beautiful. Let me just save it. Let me save it because I'm loving this right now. I'm loving this. So guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you were able to learn 1 or 2 tricks, and I hope you already know how I edit my Instagram picture. I've already shown you guys from start to finish how I did this picture. So I wanted to know, I wanted to tell me if you really enjoyed this video, and I want to say start editing your pictures. Start taking pictures and edit them, and let me know if this tutorial worked for you. If it did not work for you, let me just know, okay? So guys, that is it for today's video. I am going to see you on my next video. I hope you love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me see how you edit your pictures, if it's going to work for you. If this tutorial worked for you, let me just know, okay? So I'm going to see you on my next video, okay? So guys, have a beautiful day and love you. Kisses. Bye. No, send me now. Let me see and let me be able to see. Oh my god.